Back to my name is ChadChad. Not really. And today we're gonna have a party. Not that kind of party, but don't worry, it'll still be a blast because instead of dancing or having fun, we're going to find out whether we're a fish he or a fish her. Gender reveal parties were birthed in 2008 by a blogger who decided to cut into her cake and let the color of frosting reveal her baby's gender. Little did she know she was starting a new custom involving family and celebration and wildfires. This is actually the TikTok that inspired me to make this video. It went so viral that literal news outlets started writing about it. I mean, it's just her first thought is to go hug him and then all of the boys basically body slam her. But they do eventually include her. Like this guy towards the end hands her a phone, like she's a stranger at Disney World. Hey, you don't look busy. Can you take a picture of us? We just found out he's having a baby boy. I know, I'm the mom. I'm the pregnant one. Oh, no way. Wow, it is so nice to meet you. We've met before. Anyway, just make sure it's in portrait mode. Unfortunately, this is not an isolated incident because I found another gender reveal party where the same exact thing happens. Even down to the same wardrobe. Everyone's sporting this fashion combo with the hat and the sunglasses that look like you're about to get your teeth whitened. So this is just a thing that happens regularly, I guess, where you forget about and exclude the person who's doing like 99.9% of the work. I didn't know that having a gender reveal party was so life-threatening. Do you think the invitations specify that the dress code is like combat casual? Just wear something that looks cute, but can also protect your ribs from potential trauma. And don't forget your insurance card. That's unrelated, but don't forget it. At least they have the good sense to have the mom throw the ball toward them from a distance. Otherwise, we'd have a real Thunderdome situation on our hands. Congratulations, you're having a boy. Oh my God, that's great. That's what I was hoping for. Good luck. What do you mean? Wait, no, what? Is that a whole baseball team? But it's apparently pretty common to ignore the mother of your child at these things and just sprint in the opposite direction. The gender will get revealed and the dad just starts running off on his own little side quest. Which there's nothing wrong with. I mean, they're just excited. But sometimes you can see the mom in the background, arms open wide, chasing after him like, wow, I'm so happy. Where are you going? Maybe just a squeeze. This is kind of important. Will the baby have pink blood, or will they be a CBS show starring Tom Selleck? I'm not gonna pretend like this isn't a really creative way of doing this. It doesn't have the potential to cause physical injury to anyone or poison any aquatic life, which I can't say about all of these gender reveal parties. Like in this one, we're using a knife. We are using a knife to pop the balloon and pointing it towards the father in the general vicinity of the human that bleeds. And the baby is crying, obviously, because it just witnessed attempted manslaughter. Or you could try and poison all of your loved ones with toxic fumes, huh? Wouldn't that be a gas? Oh my God, I can't wait to find out what the baby is. Good. Wait, what do you mean? What the fuck? What the fuck? Then there's this one where there's not even an attempt to not litter.
You know what, Mommy? I'm a girl. I hope that makes you happy. I always want to make you happy.
I think it was planned, actually. They seem to have gone out of their way to ensure that plastic would end up in the river. What if instead of doing this on the grass, where we would have to pick up after ourselves, like peasants, we put it directly in the water, then we don't have to pick it up, and the world ends a little bit faster. It's a win-win. I'm gonna be a parent. Another popular theme is to use as much water as you can and then put it on a plane. As far as I can tell, it seems to be some kind of competition to see how much water you can waste, and you have to log in how many gallons you used each time you have a gender reveal party. And if you win, they show up to your house with a big check and balloons, which you will throw in the ocean, we hope. Or if you're feeling bored, you can simulate a tsunami just to feel something. Just make sure you get the cake for a good bargain to make room in the budget for the lifeguard you're gonna need. So what's on the itinerary for the party? Drowning. Cool. Because who needs to conserve water, really, when you think about it? Water's infinite, just like awful movies starring Jared Leto. Some of these are also extremely complicated for no reason. It's like the more steps involved in the reveal, the more gender you get, I guess, just in case you want an extra scoop of gender with your gender. Okay, so you're gonna open that box, okay, and then you're gonna pop each of those balloons individually with a spoon. Okay. And then when the balloons, they have legs, start running at 30 miles per hour, which doesn't sound that fast, but Usain Bolt can only do 27.3. And then you're gonna can you just tell me what genitals my kid is gonna have? Or you have others where you build a wall just to demolish it, like an episode of Extreme Makeover in reverse. I know this is probably the dad, but I like to think it's a service you can purchase. Like you can hire a guy on Craigslist just for this purpose. He has to email you a resume detailing his experience in breaking walls. From 2009 to 2012, I personally mediated and oversaw a team of 1. Just myself having some pretty bad anger issues. Then 2012 to the present, I have been working as an understudy for the Kool-Aid Man. I guess this one isn't really a problem as long as we don't let him volunteer for Habitat for Humanity. You made me a house? Yes, I did. Thank you so much. This means a lot to me. You're so welcome. Why are you putting on a helmet? I'm sorry. My wife's pregnant. What does that have to do with Cannonball? For this next portion, I want to do a comparative study. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to show you 2 videos with 2 different outcomes and 2 different reactions and see if you can pick up on the slight difference in response. Are you ready? Put on your science goggles or you might miss it. Did you see it? The second one didn't have any fireworks. I think there's a fine line between being a little let down and making your daughter regret being born. Okay, the second and third time, did you really need to go on that long in front of your other children who are girls? I can't believe we have 3 daughters. God, girls are the worst. I hate them. Mommy, why is Dad so upset? Don't worry, honey. He just doesn't like the way that you are. Girls can't play sports? These gender reveal parties can apparently cause not only marital drifts, but also tectonic ones.
A family did their gender reveal party at a quarry with 80 pounds of tannerite, which is an explosive powder. When they detonated the explosion, it caused a small earthquake which rocked 2 states, causing lots of damage to nearby houses.
I think we're almost at the point where we need to start adding these to the list of natural disasters. We got droughts, hurricanes, Everlay, Lee-Lay's gender reveal. Can you imagine having to explain why you're in prison after this? I killed a man, and his mom, and his dad, and his entire family. Well, I made a girl bomb. I feel bad for the kid though, because they're gonna have a complicated childhood if this is the length their parents went to for just the gender reveal. I'd be terrified to go to their wedding. Do you, Chad, take Chad to be your lawfully wedded Chad? Yes. Mom, stop it. Put that down. Thank you. I do. Mom, no. No, stop it. Put that down. Stop. Bad mom. There's so many different ways of doing this without endangering the entire state of New Hampshire. And some people do all of them and just go all out. They have the balloons, plus the fireworks, plus the smoke. Some of them even have their own soundtrack. And I honestly admire the setup. It's exciting. I feel like we're watching a movie and approaching the climax. After years of fighting and struggling and breaking walls, we've sacrificed much. Too much, but no more. Because today, everything we've worked for has paid off. And it's finally time to pop the balloon. Everyone do a countdown. 3, 2, 1. Oh my God, it's a pollution. Oh, wow. I had a hunch. I just knew it. I had a feeling. I'm gonna call it there, guys. Hey guys, and welcome back to My name is ChadChad. And it's been really cold and gloomy, and I'm tired of winter. I needed some greenery. And as I was viciously scrubbing green hair dye from my ears last night, I was thinking, you know what we haven't done in a while? Is watch some premium POV content. So we're gonna watch some of those today because they always seem to make me feel a lot better. Not really. I found this page, and this is the self-proclaimed Spider-Man of POVs with some romance sprinkled throughout. They're incredible quality, so that this time we get to watch the unnecessary lip bites and thumb licks in 4K. What an incredible time to be alive. This is the video that led me to finding this page, and there are no laws specifically, I don't think, against whatever this behavior is, but there absolutely should be. This girl is just trying to reach her plain vanilla yogurt, and this guy falls to his knees next to her and stares at her like he's about to practice making out with himself in a mirror. Why does he smirk for hours after being pushed to the ground? Is he proud of what he's done, or is he embarrassed of what he's done? Why is he wearing handcuffs as a fashion accessory? We may never know. He did steal her pads though. He picked them up, but he never actually gave them back. He was too busy making the eggs behind him wish they'd never been born. Have eggs been born though? Or are they... Is the egg born first, or is the chicken born? So this first POV seems to be a kind of tutorial on how to cheat on a test. So all you're gonna need is a classroom with only 2 students and an eraser riddled with toe jam. The teacher's paying super close attention, obviously, which is why he can't just hand it to his friend. Instead, he has to take off one shoe and then disappear behind his desk for nothing too conspicuous, just like 5 minutes, and then reappear and nod to his friend. Way less conspicuous, and you now have a fungal infection as well. He also ends up having to step on top of the shoe and super nonchalantly drag it across the floor, and the teacher still doesn't notice. So it's a very successful tutorial. I don't know if it would still work if the test was not multiple choice. Dude, hey, what'd you get for question 2? You mean the essay question? Hey, no talking. Come on, dude, please help me out. Hey, you two, stop conversing. That's a good one. That's good. That's funny. No, I'm giving you both an F. This isn't what we mean when we say we want to be swept off our feet. This girl must just live in constant fear. People are constantly taking shit away from her. She can't eat. She can't pick up a pencil off the ground. She's not even allowed to play with... What is the point of suspending her in the air anyway? It's not like they have a huge height difference. It's a lot of work for her to just be barely hovering above the ground. I've always wanted to share a truly passionate kiss. There's just something so romantic about staring deeply into each other's eyes while surrounded by the stars and Cinnamon Toast Crunch. POV, you saved her from a psychopath. You know those pictures usually on Facebook and it's someone shielding their loved one and they've got like arrows in their back? This is the video form of that. I say I'm fine, but really on the inside, I'm saving her from a psychopath. let's give them the benefit of the doubt, okay? And let's say that they can't move because their grip on the knife is just too strong. She has both hands free. She could go anywhere. She could call the police. She could find something to fight back with, but instead she chooses to just stand there and look mildly concerned. She even looks bored sometimes, which I probably would too. We don't know how long they've been standing here like this. Bethany, I've been stabbed. Oh no. Bethany, I've been stabbed. Oh no. Bethany, I hast been stabbed. Okay, Jesus Christ. I know. What? It was you all along? I don't know how you haven't figured this out by now. Et tu, Bethany? Where are we? I don't know. It's probably fine. So this girl is getting bullied again, some more, but thankfully Spider-Man stopped his NASCAR race in time to help out. I love the fact that Spider-Man revealed his suit just to do this, because then it's like he's been waiting for someone just to even steal a pack of gum so he can reveal his secret identity to the world. Pro tip, you actually don't have to be a superhero to stand up for someone who's getting bullied. I know. I also kind of feel like the punishment is disproportionate to the crime here. Like, of course, you shouldn't trip people when you're at school. Don't do that. Also, don't stomp people's heads into walls, though. He could be dead. I mean, we don't know the strength of this Spider-Man variant. R.I.P. guy who was also wearing a NASCAR racing suit for some reason. But not really, because you were a one-dimensional bully not worthy of our sympathy. ChadChad. Yeah, don't even think about giving the popular girl homemade sewing kit cookies. Loser. She's way out of your league. Do girls only like pretty guys? The only way she would ever actually like me is if I didn't have to wear these doggone lensless glasses that somehow alter my entire appearance. Can we stop this trope in 2022? People with glasses are hot, okay? We have Velma, Milo James Thatch, Dwight Schrute, Edna Mode. Also, what is it with you guys and not wearing your shoes in class? They're just not allowed to wear shoes in class anymore because the teacher finally figured out how they were cheating. So this guy is running away from this guy. We don't know why. It says he's a bandit, but he's not holding anything, so I don't know what he could have stolen. It could be the bracelet or maybe the band-aid on his face. It's a cartoon-themed band-aid, so it might be an NFB, a non-fungible band-aid. Anyway, he finds this girl at a party of one, as in she's the only one at the party. It's just her. And she reveals that her jacket is actually Frodo's cape from The Return of the King. But he doesn't usually play the criminal. Actually, the main type of POVs posted on this page are the hero complex ones. And I say hero complex because it's literally called the hero. Take revenge. But don't worry, guys, I stopped him. Yeah, that kid. He's quiet. We hate him. I don't know if you can call yourself the hero in this scenario, but at least he actually does something in this POV, because there are several, as we've seen, where he saves the day by just smoldering. Only smoldering. He doesn't even have to speak a single word to send fear down the spines of bullied children. And there's always red and blue flashing lights in these for ambience, I guess, even though that would mean that the police were already on the scene. I guess they just couldn't handle it. They had to call in the hero so that he could smirk the villain to death. They just stand for so long. Like, imagine a superhero movie where they just act like they're about to fight the whole time. You've gone too far this time, Dr. Squid. You'll never stop me, arachnid boy. Oh yeah? Well, what if I do this? Oh my god. No, I don't feel anything. Really? I mean, there's a slight burn, but I recently got a UTI, so I think it's probably just residual. Those are rough. I'm sorry, man. It's okay. Do you want to do this tomorrow? Be perfect, actually. Let me just grab my death ray. Megan Josephine, we'll see you tomorrow. Oh yeah, I serve literally no other function to the plot, so that's fine. Okay, bye, Megan. Okay, y'all have fun. Hey, you want to go get froyo? Bye. Oh my god, yes, I love froyo. Oh wait, guys, I like the orange, but they got rid of it. Really? And now they just have cookies and cream. Well, they also kind of feel like you should be eating citrus right now, right? My nose itches. I'm gonna call it. Hey feet, and welcome back to Atween Feet. My name is ChadChad. Not really. And have you ever wanted to make a bunch of money without having to raise a single toe? Then this is not the thing for you. You do have to raise a toe. You have to give birth to your toe and nurse it, swaddle it in a little dough blankie and cover it in mustard. Eat your toes. Go on. Do it. Do it. You won't. There's just something about companies that advertise exclusively on TikTok that make me go, huh, why are they doing that? I wonder. Probably a good reason. I trust them. A good example of this would be Bang, the Bang energy drink company that would sponsor TikTokers and not really care if they disclosed the sponsored aspect of the videos.
I've always wondered what would happen if you trapped smoke inside of a box, so I tried it for myself.
And it could be a little difficult to tell sometimes because the drink wouldn't be incorporated in an obvious way and would just kind of be sitting in a corner somewhere. Kind of like all the Coke products in Footloose. A terrible movie, by the way. I don't care if it's a classic. The pastor's daughter should have been the main character. She was already dancing before he showed up, and then she researched and wrote the argument that resolved the entire movie's conflict, and he got the credit for it. Kevin Bacon was basically a puppet in high-waisted jeans. Anyway, speaking of loose feet, today we're going to be taking a look at the website known as Feet Finder. YouTube, if you're listening, this is a website made for people to find their feet after they've misplaced them somehow, like in their airport luggage or in an Uber. No one is coming to the feet. The feet are coming to them because they were lost. But now they're found and covered in jizz. Feet Finder is a website where you can exchange photos of your grippers in exchange for legal tender, currency, Benjamin Franklin's. At least that's what their advertising wants you to believe. In reality, you can probably expect to see a lot more George Washingtons or Paul Bunyans. But what do I know? I haven't tried the service. I can't speak on how profitable it actually is, so we'd better consult some experts.
So my girlfriend got dummy rich from Feet Finder. We flew to LA because she needed a new car. She looked at a few supercars, then decided the G63 was the move. Then cruised down PC8 and went back to her beach house in Malibu.
Setting aside the fact that this is not a car dealership, but a car rental place in LA, and this is more than likely an Airbnb that they're in, it's kind of a weird marketing strategy to take us on a tour and show us all the things that you can afford. They can't afford them, they're all rentals. And act like you can afford them because of this service you're promoting, but you have the money because they gave you the money and not because you made money by using the service. It's just that if Matthew McConaughey couldn't afford a Lincoln, I think it would change the messaging in those ads. They say perfection is not attainable. I guess they never owned a Lincoln. I know I haven't. Have you seen how expensive those things are? Anyway, you should get one, I guess. Lincoln. LinkedIn. Find me on LinkedIn. I need a job. All right. Thank you to Raycom for sponsoring today, and let's get back to the video. If you already have a mansion, which who doesn't? You can also use Feet Finder to pay off your student loans.
So my first paycheck from Feet Finder just came in today, and we're gonna use $100K of it to pay off my roommate's student loans.
Oh, what is this?
Just student loans, bro.
This is the only way you're allowed to pay off someone's student loans. Hey, so you mean a lot to me. Aww. And you've always supported me. Of course. So I wanted to show you some love in return and throw a leather bag at your head as hard as I can. You do that for me?
Feet Finder came through, I got you.
No way. Oh, from Feet Finder?
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yo, come downstairs. Come on, talk about it.
Okay.
What could that have been?
Oh, no. Bro!
New whip?
This is yours?
All the money that you gave me, I blew it.
Aw, man. Instead of paying off his student loans, he bought a car, van, truck. thing. If the human centipede was made of Jeep Wranglers, that's what he bought. Imagine giving someone $100,000 and then they go out and buy a real life-sized Hot Wheels car. So the plot is a little convoluted, but they do manage to say the name of the website at least 5 times throughout the video.
Feet finder, feet finder,
Feet finder?
feet finder.
If you make $100,000 using this website, that's incredible. Kudos to you. Kudos to your toes. Kudos. It's just kind of weird how they keep shouting out the website. Like, you don't usually shout out your employer every time you get paid. Just got my first check from the sperm bank. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting the ugliest car imaginable. Wow, is that a good idea? I mean, the sperm bank's got me covered. Covered in what? Dude, what? Why are you like coming for me? But I'm not coming for you. I'm not trying to. You should be coming for the Rosewood Sperm Bank on 24th Street. Business hours 8 through 5, closed for all of November. Some of the promos have this fun little spin where the person making money from the website is using someone else's pictures.
You coconut head, what is this? It's my paycheck for Feet Finder. Oh my god, I cannot believe you are uploading fake pictures on the internet. Mom, it's not mine, it's my brother's, your son's, you know? I take it when he's sleeping.
If you don't want to use pictures of your own grippers, that's okay. Just use someone else's without their knowledge or consent, like a crime.
Babe, what did you just say? You post my what on where?
I just posted your feet pics.
Why are you posting my feet pics on places?
For money, babe.
I don't know if there's any legislature that applies specifically to feet yet, but I'll get us started. Don't do this. Don't wear Crocs without socks. I know, controversial. And don't take your shoes off in public. I don't care how crunchy you are. If I see your toes out in Target, you are the target. I'll fucking kill you. For some reason in these videos, whenever the person whose pictures are being used without their knowledge, they're always okay with it once they find out it's making money.
Mom, why is there a check in the post from Feet Finder with your name on it? Don't worry, you baboon face. It's your dad's feet.
How much is that?
You asking too many questions. Just keep sending me pics.
50-50?
50-50 what?
Because it's fine to do morally ambiguous things, as long as you're making bank. If I steal your kidney, hypothetically, this is just a hypothetical, as long as I sell it on the dark web and split the proceeds with you 50-50 or 70-30 or 97-3, you know what? We'll talk numbers once the anesthesia wears off. The brand has to approve these before they can get paid. So the actual company looked at these and said, good, this is great. We approve of this. It's good. And it aligns with our mission statement. That gets the stamp of approval. Another method in some of the promos is to integrate them into street interviews. They're usually in the ones where the guy goes, how much money do you have in your bank account? $400. And what do you do for a living? Your mom. Awesome. Thank you.
Oh my God, that's that girl from the last Feet Finder video. Do you remember me? How's work been?
Good. Still making that bag. Just paid cash for a new car, so.
Damn! What kind?
Alfa Romeo Giulia.
Is that a Lady Gaga song?
Alfa Romeo Giulia.
I like to think he has no idea what kind of car that is, but he just has to pretend to be impressed. So what kind of car'd you get? An Ford Romeo Capulet Montague. Nice. What did it cost? Tragedy.
Can I go for a ride?
Gold digger status?
Gold digger status? It sounds less like she's calling him a gold digger and more like she wants a status report. Gold digger, what's your status? At a beauty salon with a baby Louis Vuitton under my underarm, sir. Copy that. This one does at least disclose the sponsors, so kudos for that. Some of the other videos have entire storylines where Feet Finder is like the hero that swoops in to save the day. Don't you hate it when you're playing video games and your girlfriend feeds you raw macaroni with one of those washcloth tablets that you have to put in water? So she's sad that they can only afford one pair of socks. Because he keeps eating all of their socks on top of raw macaroni. When we say macaroni and cheese, the cheese is not supposed to come from between your toes. So he ate all their food, took her socks, and then when he sees her crying, he says, babe, I know what will solve your problems. A side hustle. Dude, you are her problems. She's literally giving you the shirt off her back. If her shirt was socks and her back were feet. There's a few like this though, where the wife or girlfriend is unhappy or they get dumped and then they find Feet Finder and it transforms their life immediately. Yes, I own 2 mansions and a car that has more prefixes than Rosetta Stone, but before I found this company, my life was miserable. My husband would force feed me sweaters on uncooked penne And they weren't even cashmere. At this point, you might be thinking it's a little bizarre that this company is exclusively advertising to people who would want to post pictures and not actually buy them. And it might be because that's who they're making a lot of money from. You have to pay to use the website. You can pay $5 a month for a basic subscription or $15 a month for premium and unlock all of these crazy perks like direct messaging or profile customization, things that are definitely perks and not just things that a website should have already. So these ads are less trying to get customers and more trying to be like the finance influencers that tell you they made all their money trading Forex, but then charge you $500 for a course they filmed in their garage. This is how I made my money. This is how I can afford a new Tesla every year. This is how I moved out of my parents' house.
Honey, did you take out the trash? Honey?
I don't make any money from making you pay me every month, okay? I give all the proceeds to charity.
3 days ago.
Dude, shut the up!
Charity, do not speak to your mother that way.
Or maybe I'm being too harsh. I could have completely misunderstood their business model, and this is in fact a company that just wants to help people find their feet. I mean, I know what that's like. My name is Detective Chad Holmes, and I'm the best goddamn foot finder this side of the Mississippi. When it comes to finding feet, I am undefeatable. People always ask me, how do I be more like you? How do I become the world's greatest detective with the world's greatest hits? And I always tell them, you can't. I've been finding feet since I was 2 years old. I can sniff them out in a snowstorm. I can hear them coming a mile away. Platform Doc Martens, size 6.5, mid-calves. No, thigh highs. But it's not always glory and sleeping with the hottest people alive. Sometimes this job is tough, real tough. I'm sorry, ma'am. I was too late.
Josiah!
Why do I have to be so damn good at finding feet?
No.
I'm gonna call it there, guys. Hey guys, and welcome back to My name is ChadChad. Not really. And teachers have been up to some stuff recently. Some have been up to some really, really bad stuff, and then others have just been up to some stuff that's making people angry on TikTok.
Hey, could you please put your phone away? I've already asked you once.
Not that that's necessarily a difficult thing to do. I've never had a teacher. Technically, I've never been into a school other than college. It's because I was so brilliant and smart and incredible that I didn't have to. I just popped out of the womb and went straight to college. I wasn't homeschooled. Just remember that I have no experience with having a high school teacher other than my mom, and that was a lot of fun because if I ever pissed my teacher off, the passive aggressiveness didn't stop after the bell rang. I didn't have homework, but if I failed a math test, I wouldn't get to stay on the health insurance plan, so. Pros and cons. Bird for sponsoring today, and let's get back to the video. This teacher's account has had a lot of viral TikToks this week. You might have seen them. I've seen at least 3, plus stitches and duets. Off. A lot of which were mostly not positive. Most of her videos that I've seen are in this format where she's like, this is how I would react if a student did XYZ. Pretty cut and dry, right? You might be thinking there's no way that this could go wrong, to the point that this teacher is having to turn off her comment sections and post multiple response videos. And if you are thinking that, no, you're wrong.
Hey, could you please stop drawing on the desk? What? Oh, yeah, I'll stop. All right, class, open your books. Hey, didn't I just ask you to stop drawing on your desk? Here, use these, clean it up. What? Fine.
So the student won't stop drawing on the desk, and she's annoyed by it, which makes sense. I mean, schools usually want to keep their property clean, I would assume, but the comments seem to have a different opinion. It comes off, just let them draw. Or let them draw, then have them clean it after. There are a lot of people saying that this is ridiculous and she should leave them alone because drawing on the desk helps with anxiety. I guess I could maybe see both sides to this. On the one hand, if it's just like an absent-minded scribble, if it's a pencil you're using and it comes off using these wipes, it doesn't seem like that big a deal. Unless what you're drawing isn't school appropriate. What are you drawing, Johnny? This? Oh, it's actually a massive a butthole. Okay, well, please clean it up. Just let him draw. He has anxiety. But I can also see being a teacher and this kid isn't listening to you while you're trying to keep your classroom clean. Teachers don't get paid a lot, guys. I don't know if you've heard or not. Definitely not enough to be like guardians of the school desks. I can't say that without sounding like a Visco girl. Desks. desks. Like, is that in the job description for being a teacher? Must be able to teach kids 9 through 12, must make TikToks between class periods, and must personally ensure the safety and quality of all desks on school grounds with your life.
Or you're fucking fired.
Miss Cheney. Yeah? I've been trying to get all these drawings off of the desk, but they're just not coming out. Oh, you don't have to do that. You're not even the one that drew on a desk. But if during your work time you want to keep trying to get it off and make it your project, I'm totally fine with you doing that. By the end of the school year, these are going to be off of the desk.
Okay, and now we're enlisting other students to try and get the drawings off. They're not even bad drawings. And if they haven't come off at this point, I think it's fate. They're supposed to be there. You might actually cause a Nexus event if you keep trying to erase them.
Hey, Miss Cheney, can I go to the bathroom? Yeah, of course, go ahead. Okay, thanks.
This is something I'll never understand about school, is having to ask to go to the bathroom. I have anxiety. Shocking, but it was a lot worse in high school, like a lot. If I had been in school and had to ask for permission to go to the bathroom, I just wouldn't do it. I would just remove the need to use the bathroom from my body. I would transcend morality. You have to raise your hand, the teacher stops talking and everyone looks at you, and then everybody is gonna know that you, a human being, use the bathroom. That's fucking embarrassing.
All right, here you go. Hey, when you go to the bathroom, if you're getting a snack, could you just let me know?
I don't understand the issue with this one because they got snacks. Kids eat a lot. They probably were just hungry and grabbed them from the vending machine on the way back. Not really what I would call sus unless they came back through the vent.
Bye everyone, have a great day. See you tomorrow. Hey, can I chat with you for just a sec? Okay, so do you have any medical conditions I need to be made aware of?
Are you legally allowed to ask a student that? Like, are you allowed to just go up to them and be like, hey, I was just wondering, is there a particular reason, perhaps a medical one, that you shit so often? Or is shitting violently and frequently just like a hobby of yours?
The 10-15 minute bathroom breaks really need to end. Our class is only 45 minutes long, which means you are missing a lot of instruction by being gone for 15 minutes.
Personally, I don't think I would ever be able to go up to a student and ask them what they're actually doing when they're using the bathroom. That just seems stressful for all parties involved. Maybe there's a better way to go about it, right? Like maybe you could have students fill out forms detailing their entire medical history the first day of class, or put security cameras in the bathroom stalls. Way less intrusive. I think the biggest reason I've seen so many angry comments on this account is about this particular topic, which is students having cell phones in class.
Hey, can you please put your phone away? Thank you. Hey, could you please put your phone away? I've already asked you once. Thanks. Okay, here's the deal. I shouldn't have to ask you 3 times to put your phone away. I can see that you're playing a game. So you're gonna put your phone in the phone jail and it'll sit over there until the end of class when you can pick it up right before you leave. Sound good? Here you go.
She had to turn off comments on this one, but I've even seen people go onto her other videos just to leave a comment about this one because it made them that angry. Again, I've never been to a high school class, but if you don't want your phone taken away, then maybe just don't be on it when the teacher looks at you. I mean, whenever I was sitting in class, I would check my phone, but you have to do it discreetly. So it just seems like this student is bad at being sneaky. Like, if you can't check your phone without your teacher busting you every time, you kind of deserve to have your phone taken away at that point. Just get better at being deceitful. It's the right thing to do.
I teach high school and I think this policy is very fair. If they finish early or if I tell them that they can go on their phones, then they can go on their phones. Also, if we have long class periods, which some days we do, I'll work in like a 5-minute phone break for them to have a brain break. But if it's work time, if I'm speaking, or if they're taking a test, phones should be put away.
I mean, yeah, of course you can't be on your phone during a test. Why is that even an argument? Hey, Sarah. What's up? We're taking a test, as you know, and I couldn't help but notice you have all the answers pulled up on your phone. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to take that. Yeah, you can't take it. It's my property. Okay, well then I have to fail you. I'll draw on the desk. No, please. Sarah, okay, don't touch the desk, all right? I am so sorry. Just forget I said anything. No, please. I looked for forever on her page for the TikTok that started all this drama, and apparently it got deleted, so all I could find was this duet.
Are you sure you don't want to put it in here? It's
Yeah.
just going to sit over there until the end of class and you can pick it up before you leave. No? Okay, so that's blatant disrespect towards me, your teacher. So I'm going to call down to the office. An administrator will come down. They'll bring the school officer.
The school officer? Is that like a security guard? So we're calling security because a student was watching TikToks in class. I mean, unless it's like during a test and the student is refusing to get off of their phone. But still, why wouldn't you just fail them on the test and then tell the kids' parents that they're being a shithead? I think it's mostly the delivery on this one. It's a little more intense and the comments are saying that it's condescending. My personal theory is just that a lot of people have had a similar experience to this with getting in trouble with a teacher, and the cadence of this video,
so that's blatant disrespect towards me, your teacher,
is sending them into what is known as the scientific response of fight, flight, or leave angry internet comments. She does other kinds of videos just generally talking about what it's like to work as a teacher. She also does what I ate for lunch today videos. She seems like a genuinely nice teacher who cares about teaching kids. I feel bad that she's having to turn off her comments, but I guess she had to make a follow-up for the desk drawing video because of the amount of negative comments on that one.
All right, class, who can answer that? Hey, could you please not draw on your desk? I don't want it to stain the desk. Oh yeah, I'll stop. But hey, could you please not draw on the desk? Yeah, sorry, I know. Okay, so here's a piece of paper for you to draw on instead of the desk, and here's a wipe to clean it off. Could you please do that for me?
Do you not have to take paper to school anymore? Should you not at least have one piece of paper? If the students don't have paper, then why do they have pencils or pens? Doesn't add up. To combat the desk drawing, she might have to start collecting pens and pencils like she does cell phones before class. Hey, Sarah. Oh, hey, Teach. I couldn't help but notice that you've been using your pencil a lot during class, the pencil. So I'm just gonna have to ask that you put it in the pencil jail. No, put it in here. Okay. It's just gonna sit over there until the end of class. It'll be waiting for you. I think I'm good. Okay, so that's blatant disrespect towards me, your teacher. I'm gonna have to contact the FBI and saw off 2 of your limbs with this rusty machete. As always, y'all can let me know what you think in the comments, but I just want to say, I think you're all pretty ugly. Ew, 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 ew. This has been a reenactment of what the internet is constantly telling us all the time. You really can't open TikTok without seeing an endless amount of morning routines, nighttime routines, workout routines, 5 to 9 after my 9 to 5 routines. Because if there's one thing I need, it's to feel like I'm being unproductive in both my professional life and my personal one. I'm failing around the clock. Yeah. The internet just makes us feel like there is always something we could be improving, like how the inside of your fridge looks, or how the outside of you looks.
And I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. If you look ugly, if you look crazy, that's all on you, baby.
Over the past few years, I feel like beauty routines have gone from don't forget to wear your SPF to don't forget your 2-hour nightly beauty routine that involves lasers, literally lasers. So I just finished applying this serum and then I harness the full concentrated power of the sun. The more influencers we have, the more beauty trends we have, and the more beauty trends we have, the more I want to scream. We also have TikTok Shop now, which incentivizes influencers to promote an endless amount of skincare products, which as a result incentivizes them to have an endless skincare routine. But even that's not enough anymore. Your 2-hour nighttime routine, that's rookie stuff, because now your routine needs to last all night long.
Put my bonnet on, my shin garment, and then my outfit on. So good night, guys. Good morning, guys.
One of the newer beauty trends is what TikTok likes to call a morning shed. And no, that is not a euphemism for waking up with a boner, even though sheds are made of wood, and it would make complete sense if it was that. A morning shed is a routine that happens before your actual morning routine, where you remove all of the products that you wore overnight. The general rule of thumb seems to be every inch of your skin needs to be covered with something. Your pores shouldn't be allowed to breathe. You shouldn't be allowed to breathe. An example of a typical morning shed product is this jaw strap that I'm not personally convinced does anything. To try and figure out what it's supposed to do, I found a similar one on Amazon, and this says that it's an effective bandage designed to double chin and sagging skin. Wait, it's gonna double my sagging skin? Is it gonna give it to the next person? If you're still not sold, they have before and after pictures like these, and as you can see, the results are so instantaneous that she didn't even have a chance to move. She's in the exact same pose. It's almost like this is the same picture. If you're advertising a beauty product and you use Photoshop in the before and after pictures, why are you doing that? This is arguably the last place you should use Photoshop when you're trying to demonstrate how something works. All right, now remove your cake from the oven and it should look something like this. Mine looks nothing like that. Must be a personal failing. You should really let this affect your self-esteem. Hey, she used magic. I saw her use a magic wand on that. What? You used magic? Just a little bit. That's cheating. Toad Who Can't Bake says what? What? No! Dang it. The official slogan for morning sheds is the uglier you go to bed, the prettier you'll wake up. And I don't like any of that. Firstly, they're not going to bed ugly. They're not ugly. They're just going to bed uncomfortably. Extremely so. Like in some of these videos, you can see the indents that this jaw strap will leave in people's skin. And sometimes people will even wear 2 of them at the same time. I don't know about the science behind this, and I haven't deep dived to find out if people really do see results, but if the claim is that wearing this will eventually change your jaw because it's pressing against it, wouldn't that mean that it would also change everywhere else it's pressing against? Like, wouldn't the top of your head also change over time? Sure, I have a dent in the top of my head and a dent in the both sides of my head, but look at this jawline. A small price to pay for beauty. Morning sheds even go beyond the face sometimes.
Get a castor oil pack from Amazon for $12. Pour it over my liver to support detoxification, specifically with excess estrogen, which can cause like different PMS. Helps with digestion, constipation, inflammation.
And I'm not a doctor. I know it's hard to believe because I look so intelligent and I'm always performing unlicensed surgeries out of my garage. But I do know in order for something to have an effect on your organs, it needs to be in contact with your organs. I don't think castor oil is penetrating your skin and getting into your organs. It's laying on top of your skin. This is like putting saran wrap on top of your fries and then salting the saran wrap. Also, she says it detoxifies her liver, but the liver is already a detoxifier. That's the liver's full-time job.
Helps with digestion, constipation, inflammation. You can put it over your ovaries and it'll help with cysts.
It's gonna help the cysts? What's it gonna help them do? Is it gonna double those too? I don't want them to do that. Another trademark of Morning Sheds are wrinkle patches, which you can wear just about anywhere really. Your forehead, your under eyes, your neck, your chest.
We tend to focus our skincare on our face, but what about the other areas that we often neglect? For the chest, I fully trust the reusable Sia chest lift patches and their preventative and corrective effect.
Just because we're not constantly monitoring the aesthetic of every single inch of our bodies doesn't mean we're neglecting them. I love how this is worded like you're doing something wrong if you're not using this product. We tend to focus our skincare on our faces. At least you do. And you're a massive piece of shit for that. We just keep expanding to new body parts that need wrinkle patches, but we're not gonna be able to keep up. Every part of the body is going to wrinkle because every part of the body is covered in skin, hopefully, unless you're Gus Fring. So what these brands really should do is think ahead and invent a full body wrinkle patch. You just slip it on at night and take it off in the morning, like a cocoon. Having to shed in the morning already makes us sound like cicadas, so we might as well act like one too. Good morning. Morning. You shedding today? Yeah. You? Yeah. Another product I see a lot is mouth tape. Mouth taping has gotten pretty popular. This is where you put something over your mouth to keep yourself from breathing through it, and the TikTok claims are that this will eventually improve your jaw and face shape. Day 1. Day 30. Whoa, that's a crazy transformation. And you're telling me all I have to do is wear this brand's mouth tape and wear the exact same shirt and earrings for 30 days straight and do my eyeliner the exact same way that I did in the before picture and have some red spots on my chin where I just got chin filler and then that's it and that's all I have to do?
Mouth breathing at night makes you ugly. It also affects your posture. It causes poor oral health. It even affects your central nervous system that runs down your spine.
Hey, what's wrong with having this nose and chin? Could you just explain why this nose is better than this nose, please? Can you let us know why the bigger nose is bad with using your words, please? Also, were these listed in order of importance? Because some of them sound way worse than others. Breathing through your mouth will make you look a little different. It'll also completely shut down your nervous system and you'll die forever from it. I really can't stand the fact that pictures like this and this are what they're using to try and sell us on mouth tape because people just look like this. Not because they're unattractive, not because they're doing anything wrong, not because they're not buying your product, but because they just are. And they use these images and say things like,
please don't walk outside if your jawline looks like this. There are families out here trying to enjoy their summer.
If your jawline looks like this, you don't deserve to see the sun. If your jawline can't cut glass, then you also can't cut it as a human being.
But don't worry, you can fix this. You probably just been a mouth breather this whole time.
Okay, good. All right. Phew, it's fixable. How do we fix it?
All you gotta do is start using this mouth tape. And it's super easy to apply. All you gotta do is just gently put it on your mouth. Pack of these will usually be over $50. But you know I got you guys. I have a link down here for under $20.
Okay, all we have to do is buy this product he happens to be selling and happens to make a profit from. I like this guy. If there's one thing about people who want your money is that you can always trust them to be upfront with you. I do like that he dedicated a whole PowerPoint to letting us know how ugly we are. Hey, do you look like this? Well, don't. Cut that out. Whenever you walk outside, people scream and cry. This is your mom crying because of how ugly you are. This is your girlfriend crying. This is your dog crying.
This is good for a mouth breather so you don't look like this. I used to look like this and now I do not because I use mouth tape and I also use the chin garment or like the neck strap, whatever. But if you sleep with your mouth open, that's probably what you look like. And it helps you sleep with your mouth closed and also helps you
It doesn't help you breathe through your mouth. It makes you. You have no other option unless you're using like mesh tape. This is taking away your backup oxygen supply. As someone with asthma, if I take my mouth while sleeping, I would have the best sleep of my life. because it would be the last sleep of my life. Saying mouth tape helps you breathe through your nose is like saying the cannon helps you walk the plank. What else are you supposed to do? It really seems like they're throwing everything at the wall because suddenly everything can be linked back to not using mouth tape.
Did you also know that mouth breathing has been linked to a ton of health conditions, including anxiety, depression, sleep apnea, insomnia, high blood pressure, heart failure, and dental abnormalities?
Guys, this is what's causing anxiety and depression. It was never trauma or being raised by a father who didn't think women should be allowed to vote. It was my breathing. I guess I really was the issue all along. I guess you can claim anything is caused by breathing incorrectly when breathing causes everything. Breathing is a main building block in how our bodies function, so this is a very correlation versus causation argument. The victim was breathing at the scene of the robbery. The suspect proceeded to fire 10 arrows into the victim's chest, as well as an additional arrow between their eyes, which seemed a little over the top. We have concluded from the evidence that the victim's cause of death was that they stopped breathing. Any questions? Yes. Would you like to keep the murder or double it and give it to the next person? Double it. Great. I should mention that almost all of the videos that talk about mouth taping are sponsored by mouth tape. If you search mouth tape on TikTok, you'll have to scroll forever to find a single video where the creator doesn't earn commission somehow. And that's probably because these mouth tape pieces cost literal pennies to manufacture. So this is the ideal product for TikTok shop owners. There's a big profit margin and they can make it even bigger by going on TikTok and giving people new insecurities until they use the product. The product. And you don't just need more products for your face, you need more products for your hands too. This is a routine to maintain your hand beauty. As you can see, it's 15 steps, which is also how close I am to jumping off a bridge. We start off with a cleanser, then we dry the hands, then we get the hands wet again, then we exfoliate and moisturize, nothing too crazy. Then you shave the hairs off of your hand because our hands also need to be bald like every other part of our bodies. Looking at all of these has made me pretty tired, so I should try and get a really good rest, and the only way to do that is by following all of the steps in these videos. Okay guys, it's 11:14. Zoom in on the time, show what time it is. We're not lying, we're not freaking lying. And guys, because I'm an old woman, that means that it is time to get ready for bed. A little spit on that. This is everything we need for our morning shed routine. We'll just do a quick little haul. This is a Hydro Boost Hydrating Hydrogel Mask. It's 100% hydrogel mask. Leave skin supple and hydrated. I don't like the word supple. It says leave on for 15 to 30 minutes, so I think if we leave it on for about 8 hours, that should be fine. Can't forget the lips. This is a vegan collagen lip mask, moisturized and plump, made with wild cherries panthenol. I do leave for a trip the day after tomorrow, and if I wake up with just rashes and irritation all over my face, it's gonna be really cool for me. This looks like a really small bra. This looks like you put boobs in it. And last but not least, don't forget the hands. The hands need to be beautiful and youthful and bald. And you know what? I decided, why stop there? Why not take it a step further? A step, because it's feet. For severely dry skin, I don't have that. And last but not least, we have our mouth tape. Now, I tried to buy mouth tape that was kind of like a mesh so that I could survive the night. And as you can see, that's not mesh. All right, that's the haul. Now it's time to put the haul on my face and my hands and my feet. Head, shoulders, something, knees and toes. What are the words? Head.
So no head?
Head. Alexa, play Baby by Justin Bieber. Alexa, play Beethoven's Fifth Symphony. I look like Manny from Ice Age. I can't get the other one. I got it very easy. Don't show my feet. Time to go to bed. Ow! After all that hard work, I was ready to pass out, but I couldn't pass out because I was so incredibly uncomfortable. I couldn't find a single position where the wrinkle patches weren't stabbing into my skin or the official jaw strap product wasn't choking me out. The mouth tape was specifically uncomfortable. I'm not sure what was causing it, but my lips burned. They burned really, really bad. I tried to ignore it as long as I could by imagining how sharp my jawline would be if I just pushed through the pain, but I was just too weak and beta-minded.
I've been trying to fall asleep, but I can't fall asleep. My upper lip was burning, and I don't think I should leave it for the rest of the night.
Even though I was exhausted, I ended up tossing and turning until 3 in the morning, meaning I got about 3 hours of blissful beauty sleep.
I'm so uncomfortable, I can't sleep. This better make me so fucking hot. Am I hot? Ow, cut the cameras. Cut the camera.
And here are the results. My under eyes were completely wrecked, as was my neck. This redness didn't go away until later in the day, and it was irritated for days after this. Some of it could have been user error, but again, these are official wrinkle patches I use. They aren't just random pieces of paper I decided to put on my face. They're supposed to be used this way, and this was what happened.
That hurts. This is the face of a well-rested individual.
But you know what they say, beauty is pain. If it ain't hurting, it ain't working. Am I right, ladies? There is no greater pain than the knowledge that I will never be enough. After this experiment, I had more questions than I had answers. Why did I still have lines in my skin? Why didn't I feel sexier? Why do I sound like that when I'm wearing my retainer?
Top of the morning to you, ladies. My name is Sexceptica.
And I pondered these questions for many days, racking my brain, trying to figure it out. And after all that reflection, I was able to formulate the perfect beauty routine. I found a routine where you don't have to put wrinkle patches on every inch of your body, where you can actually get good sleep and be considered attractive. A routine so good, basically no one will feel the need to criticize every aspect of your appearance 24/7. And it's pretty easy, so I went ahead and filmed a tutorial for that one too.
Step 1. Make sure your hair is out of your face. Step 2. Be a fucking man.
I know I've criticized a lot of the methods in these videos, but I don't want to criticize people for feeling like they need to use them. There's so much pressure to constantly look our best that it can feel like we have no choice but to try and keep up. No one willingly chooses to look at themselves as something that needs improvement or needs 1,000 changes to be acceptable. And it's getting a lot harder because trends aren't just how we do our eyeshadow anymore. It's our faces and bodies that go in and very quickly out of style. Women who got plastic surgery 2 years ago to try and fit a beauty standard are being ridiculed now because there's a new one. We don't compare ourselves to the people around us anymore. We compare ourselves to all of the people ever. But we only see the versions of each other that we've decided is good enough to be seen. Of course, when we see ourselves how we are and then see everyone else how they wish they were, we're going to be disappointed. I don't say all of this because I have some kind of grand solution, because I don't. I also do skincare routines. I also got lip filler when everyone else was. But I don't think all this improvement is improvement. I don't think it's beauty if getting prettier makes the way we think about ourselves uglier. So maybe the real improvement was realizing that chasing perfection is a never-ending hamster wheel objective, and that looking at yourself as a project doesn't benefit anyone except the companies that line their pockets with your insecurities. That we made along the way. I'm gonna go shave the microscopic hairs off my knuckles now. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here. I hit myself really hard, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye. Hey guys, and welcome back to another video.
That wasn't even the funniest, most original person on the planet.
I'm embarrassed. Stop. A twinge of cringe. Over the last 6 months, yes, it's only been 6 months, the internet has become more and more acquainted with the overnight sensation Haley Welch, aka the Haktua girl, lady, madam. Haley's quick rise to fame was thanks to my favorite genre of street interviews, where guys ask usually not sober women suggestive questions and then act shocked when they get suggestive answers.
What's one move in the bedroom that makes a man go crazy?
But thanks to that interview, Hailey has been able to find many ways of turning her fame into profit. According to this Rolling Stone article, Hailey's first merch drop made over $65,000. I don't know what the rest of the article says because they want my email address and I'm not gonna do that. Also, I can't read. And that amount of sales makes complete sense when you see the variety of merch they have to offer, like this crew neck that says Hawktua, or this hat that says Hawktua, or this shirt that says Hawktua, or this shirt that says Hawktua. Since then, Hailey's also started a podcast, made a fanfics account, and launched a jewelry collection with the slogan, "Who says fashion has to be boring?" Which doesn't quite make sense to me because I don't think anyone has ever said that. Fashion doesn't have to be boring. You don't have to put the same 2 words on every item of clothing. And I can't really fault Hailey for any of this stuff. You can't blame her for taking advantage of a viral moment and making as much money as possible. Is what I would say if it was opposite day. The sky is down. To a hawk. Unfortunately, over the last few weeks, the only spitting Miss Welch has done has been directly into the faces of her followers. Between a meme coin launch with alleged insider trading, I mean, just look at this. Do you have any idea what this means? Do you know what this means? I don't know what it means. To her questionable response to alleged insider trading.
Actual, like,
hey guys, I hate to interrupt you, Nick. Hello there. But anywho, I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Hailey, no! You can't leave the conversation when the conversation is about how you just scammed people. You have to stay and listen. You're named after a grape juice, so just concentrate. But we're not even here to talk about that. None of these things are what I'm annoyed about right now. Today, I want to explore yet another Hawktua scheme known as the Pookie app. Today we're going to be leveling up our dating game with Pookie, made by Hailey Welch, the Hawktua lady. Are you comfy? The official app of Hailey Welch. Find your match, tools to attract and connect with the one you want. Level up your game, learn how to talk, flirt, and win like a pro. Excuse me. Plan legendary dates, perfect ideas and outfits tailored to impress. Zodiac compatibility. Uncover your cosmic connection instantly. What? The app's description says, Gen Z's relationship guru Hailey Welch launches Pookie Tools, all her newest cheat codes for a smarter, more enjoyable dating experience. I tried to find out what qualifies Hailey to be a relationship guru and found out that the app name is in reference to her boyfriend, Pookie, who she's talked about since the beginning.
Leave a message to your last body.
I love you, Pookie, forever!
But they seem to be in a kind of situationship thing. That is until about 10 weeks ago when Hailey and Pookie finally made things official.
Pookie's your man? Pookie's officially my man, first off.
And if there's one thing she's learned in those 10 weeks of dating, it's everything there is to know about dating ever. Even though Hailey claimed this app was the easiest way for us to find our forever Pookie, it isn't a dating app or anything that helps you directly connect with people. You have to already be using dating apps and chatting with people because a lot of the features rely on that. So you have to already be doing all of the things that this app is supposed to help you do. It's kind of like downloading an app that gives you advice on how to download an app. Pookie Tools is designed to help at every step of your relationship. Pookie's AI tools assist you in making connections, enhancing profiles, and planning dates confidently. I like that the description claims that these are Hailey's cheat codes for dating, then in the next sentence reveals that all the tools are AI. She's not doing anything. She can't take credit for AI-generated responses. She's not the one giving the cheat codes. Hey kid, you want some advice? Sure, yeah. Well, fucking go ask that guy over there then. The app was free to download, but now that I'm actually here, we can either subscribe weekly for $4.99 or we can get the annual subscription, which is only $40 a year, and it's 85% off. I got the weekly subscription, so I'm paying about $20 a month to use this app. But you know what? That's a small price to pay for information I could already get online for free. Zodiac compatibility, you put in your birthday and their birthday, which is something that you can do on Google. Thank you to Trainwell for sponsoring, and let's get back to the video. After browsing the features, it became very clear that the Pookie app aims to create long-lasting relationships based on genuine connection and non-superficial factors, like there's a height detector and bald predictor. What is this? And also this one called Wealth Detective that helps you find out if your date is rich by asking hard-hitting questions like, well, does it seem like they are? Do they have any particular interests or collections that might indicate a level of affluence? You mean, do they do things that rich people do? Not necessarily. I'm asking if they have any specific interests or collections such as art, antiques, or rare items that might suggest they have the means to acquire such things. So like, if they have a bunch of expensive cars. Yes, exactly. Collections of expensive or rare items can sometimes indicate wealth. Oh, I get it. So if they have expensive things, that means they must have had the money to buy those expensive things. Precisely. Collections or interests in expensive or rare items can be a subtle indicator of wealth. Thank you, detective. You're welcome. Case closed. If you have any more questions or need further assistance, feel A lot of the tools have to do with texting or messaging on dating apps, like the dating app opener, which gives you clever lines based on someone's profile. Looks like you're a master in the kitchen and the galaxy. What's your secret recipe for the perfect date? Basically, every tool is information that can be found somewhere else, like IRL pickup lines, find my love language, how to talk to girls. The only way this app is somewhat relevant to Haley is thanks to them having Haktua-themed versions of the same tools they already have in the app. For example, there's a tool called Text Responder that'll help you draft text to your potential date, and there's a tool called Textua, which does the exact same thing, but Haley's picture is on that one. There's this one called First-Tua. Come on, guys, what does that even mean? Did you guys give up on trying to make these names make sense? You can't just add Tua everything. There's a dating coach tool that introduced itself to me as the world's best dating coach. 24/7 dating advice dating coach. Ask me anything. Oh, it's 24/7 cause it's AI. And that also has a Haley version called Dating Advice. Literally the only difference between those tools and the Haley ones are that her versions will start each message with, well, hot dang, sugar, and ends talking about grits or something. Well, howdy there, sugar. What's shaking in your neck of the woods? My hands. I'm so nervous. Aw, darling, don't you worry none. Just take a deep breath like you're about to dive into a big old plate of biscuits and gravy. What's got y'all jittery? Hawk to you talk to much. It's really frustrating to try and explain the features of each tool because it's basically pointless to do that. There isn't a lot of variety when it comes to the function of each one. If I ask what I should wear on my first date in this tool and then I ask the same question in this one, it's going to generate the same kind of answer because this is all the same AI. There's no point in leaving one tool and going to a different one. Did you hear that? Ladies. It's kind of like that picture of that trash can that says trash on one side and recycling on the other, but there's no divider in between and everything is just mixed together. Do you know what I'm talking about? There's this illusion of multiple features on the Pookie app, but really it's all just the same big pile of garbage. Hey, that was a trash metaphor. It was a metaphor about trash. A few days after I explored the app for the first time, I reopened it and realized there had been an update, and now there were even more Pookie tools. There was now an apology writer, a roast me tool, and a soccer skills tool. Something's not right. This is more mixed up than grits in a blender. Even though learning how to play with balls might be helpful in the dating scene, I was a little confused on why this was here. So I asked how it's supposed to help, and it actually let me know I'm not allowed to ask it any questions outside of soccer coaching. But I don't need soccer coaching. Haley already told us how to dribble the balls. I tried contacting support to see what was going on with this update, and it ended up just being some guy's phone number. The Pookie app has a soccer skills option, and I'm wondering when that update was added. The team is always beta testing new features. Haley plays soccer.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, but I just provide technical support. Do you have feedback? I still couldn't let go of the fact that this random tool was on here, so I did a little digging and found out that the developer of the Pookie app also developed this app called Ultimate AI. Maybe this app had a soccer skills tool and it somehow accidentally ended up on the Pookie app. I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation for why my Pookie app made by the Haktua girl is not giving me enough skibbity sigma rings. So I downloaded and paid for the Ultimate AI app, and it did have the soccer skills tool, as well as literally every tool from the Pookie app. This app is literally that app, but for less money and with less Haley. So I guess when they said that these were Haley's cheat codes, what they meant was they just cheated the code from somewhere else. I just wanted to explain this because I feel like I didn't do it enough, but they didn't steal the app. They're not stealing anything from someone else. It's the same developer. So basically they just took an app and tools that already existed and put Haley's branding on top of it. So it just means that no effort went into it and it was already something that existed. They just repackaged it. It's basically drop shipping just with apps. Anyway, I need to go back to the Pookie app. I need to talk about that some more because I let it plan a whole date night for me, and I'm going to show that to you. So this is a segue now. For the date night activity, Pookie decided I'd be going to an escape room, which I had never done before, so I was excited. Sorry, I was more excited than a tick on a Great Dane. So first off, I needed help choosing how to do my makeup, so I decided to consult the expert, and I used the Haley's Dating Advice tool, and this is what she had to say about it. Well, sugar, you want to paint that face up like a masterpiece, huh? If it's the latter, slap on some bold lipstick, make them eyes pop like fireworks on the 4th of July, and don't be shy with the mascara. Make them lashes longer than a Sunday sermon. You'll be looking so good, your day will be picking their jaw up from the floor.
Okay, so for the makeup look, we have to do
do a bold lipstick, and it says to make our eyes pop like fireworks on the 4th of July. I don't really know what that means, to make your eyes pop like a firework. Seems like something you would want to avoid. What do we got? I decided to interpret the firework description to just mean colorful and very sparkly or glittery, so I ended up grabbing these sticker things that I usually use on my nails and just started putting those all over my eyelids because they have blue and pink and they're very sparkly and they kind of look like a firework if you close your eyes and you can look at it. She didn't specify what color lipstick, so I went ahead and asked her, and she let me know to wear a red lipstick because then it's bolder than a bull in a china shop. If I hear one more analogy, I am gonna jump off. Red lipstick is definitely not in my comfort zone as far as makeup goes, but if it's gonna help me find my Pookie, I'll do whatever it takes, baby. Next up was my hair, and since she did such a great job the first time, I decided to consult Haley's tool for that as well. Well, bless your heart, darling. You wanna look finer than a frog hair split 4 ways, huh? You going for that I just rolled out of bed but still look hotter than a jalapeno look, or you wanna be slicker than a grease pig at a county fair? The pig one. Well, yeehaw! Grab yourself some of that fancy hair gel or pomade and slap it on like you're butter in a biscuit. Comb it back nice and smooth, so shiny you can see your reflection in it. I didn't finish reading it. Go back. Oh my god. For the hair, Haley told us to grab some hair gel or pomade and slap it on like you're butter in a biscuit. So I put on all of those things, and then I put on more layers of all of those things, and then I sprayed everything down with some Got2b hairspray, and voila, my hair was date ready. Date outfit suggestion. Let's see what we got. A vintage trench coat or cape for a dramatic flair, lace gloves and vintage brooch or earrings, a mini backpack or a belt bag for a trendy touch, a fringed shawl or a kimono style jacket, suede ankle boots, no. But whatever the Pookie app says goes, so I ended up wearing the suede ankle boots, even though it made me sadder than a tick on a chihuahua. The Pookie app had already picked out all of my accessories, so now I just needed to figure out what I was actually going to be wearing underneath all of those things. The glitter I put on my eyes to make my eyes explode like a firework burns similarly to how my eyes would burn if a firework did blow up in my eye, so maybe that's part of it. Maybe that's good, actually. Here are our options. A long-sleeved mid-length dress in a dark floral or velvet fabric. This is a dark floral, a flowy blouse with lace or crochet details. That's flowy and lacy. This is the only thing close to suede ankle boots that I have. Does this work? I'm just gonna start throwing things on. Give me a second. Give me 10. Now all that was left to do was reveal my outfit to my date.
I think the shoes tie it together. Yeah.
These are my suede ankle boots.
Wait, what's the pouch on the waist?
It said to put on a belt bag, and I don't know what that is, so I did this. It also said to wear a cloak.
Wait, is that your Markiplier cloak?
Yeah, it is.
Thank you, Clip, for sending me this clip.
Wait, the hair.
Yeah. I think it's safe to say the fit was a complete success. I did end up realizing that belt bag probably meant a fanny pack, so I ended up changing into this. I also forgot to put on my vintage brooch, so I had to quickly fix that really quickly because we were running late. We need to go. We still ended up being fashionably late, but at least I looked good. Right, guys? At least I looked good, guys. But I didn't have time to think about how I looked. We needed to escape this room, and we needed to escape it fast. It wasn't gonna be easy. It was gonna be a test of wits and skill. It was gonna be hard. It was gonna be harder than a take on Viagra. No, seriously, it was gonna be tough. This one was an 8 out of 10 difficulty, and no one had. Actually, that was it. We escaped. Actually, that was all, and we escaped it, and it's done now. Yay! I didn't have many expectations for the Pookie app, but I did have like a couple. I was hoping that it was maybe something more than 2 minutes of thought went into, or that they care enough about it to notice that a soccer skills chatbot has been on their dating app for 3 days and counting. It's still there, they haven't fixed it. But I guess I was asking for too much. Anyway, the app is shit. Pookie app? More like Dookie app. That's gonna be it for me. I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here. Don't forget to click the link in the description to take the quiz and find your perfect trainer and get 14 days of free training. And I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Uh-oh, guys, I'm in the closet. During Pride Month, too? That's messed up. Fine, we can look at it one more time, since you insist. Since you insisted. Hey guys, today we're talking about men who kick balls and men whose balls we'd like to kick. A twinge of cringe. My name is ChadChad. Not really. And imagine you're a hardworking woman. If you're already a hardworking woman, you can just sit there. You've done enough. Now imagine you've dedicated years to your education, countless sleepless nights and energy drinks, all while working a job, or 2 maybe, or maybe even 3. Who knows? Everything sucks right now, but it was all worth it because today it's finally over. You've done it. Your friends and family surround you, beaming with pride as you toss your cap in the air and celebrate one of the biggest achievements of your life. And then a guy gets on stage and says this.
I think it is you, the women, who have had the most diabolical lies told to you. How many of you are sitting here now, about to cross this stage, and are thinking about all the promotions and titles you are going to get in your career? Some of you may go on to lead successful careers in the world, but I would venture to guess that the majority of you are most excited about your marriage and the children you will bring into this world.
If you don't know who this is, lucky, this is Harrison Butker, and he is a kicker for the Kansas City Chiefs. More like Kansas Shitty Chiefs, am I right?
Haha, good one, ChadChad. Up top. Oh God, ChadChad. No, don't.
If you don't know who they are Taylor Swift's football team. And if you don't know what football is, figure it out. I can't hold your hand through all of this. Harrison was invited to be the speaker at a graduation ceremony where he decided not to stick to the status quo. No. Stick to the status quo. Did you hear that run? I've got runs. I have the runs. Instead of using his time to inspire graduates or congratulate them on all their hard work, Harrison decided to use his time to complain about things that bother him. And the first thing that bothers him, apparently, is women having careers. And thank goodness he was here to save these women from the diabolical lies such as, hey, if you want to have a job, you can. The true diabolical lies at college are typically more like, this will get you a higher paying salary. You're gonna remember a single vocab word from your 4 semesters of Spanish. Harrison took this opportunity to address women and women only. He doesn't mention the importance of child rearing to the male graduates and brushes off their achievements as being kind of a pit stop on their way to becoming wives. And this might be one of the most inappropriate places to do that ever. The best time to try and tell women what they should be doing with their lives is never. But the worst time is when they're actively doing what they want to do with their lives. They're currently making an achievement toward their career, and you chose this one right now to talk about how they should be getting married. Maybe take a break from the balls and kick rocks for a minute instead, maybe. No, this is not a meet and greet. Everybody's got to come in and say hi. Unless you have anything to say.
I'll talk to Harrison all year long, man. I just let him do his thing.
I'll talk to him. Go say hello. It's not like in the lunchroom. You say hi in the lunchroom?
No, we sit right beside each other in team meeting, and I don't say one word to him, only before the season and after the season. That's the only time I talk to him. I
think this is just a variation of the podcast effect where something takes hold of some guys the second they touch a microphone. It's like they've never spoken out loud before and they need to get it all out in that moment while they have the opportunity. All right, thank you. Thank you all for being here at my wedding or baby shower, I don't know. Anyway, this reminds me of how much I hate chunky peanut butter. If I wanted to eat peanuts, I just eat peanuts. Honey, could you talk about our love, maybe? This reminds me of how much I would love for women to never speak again. He makes a comment about how his wife's life didn't begin until she married him.
I can tell you that my beautiful wife, Isabel, would be the first to say that her life truly started when she began living her vocation as a wife and as a mother.
Which makes it sound like women are mindless NPCs just hovering in a market somewhere until you propose to them with a mermaid pendant.
I need Harrison Butker to know that I love my kids, I love my husband, but my life ended when I had them.
It's pretty conceited, I think, to imply that your wife's life didn't exist until she was legally bound to you. Before we got married, before my wife had the opportunity of marrying me, she was hovering in this dark plane of incommunicable nothingness. Oh, where is my husband? Won't anyone wed me so I can see the skibbity toilet and taste the watermelon ice disposable vape?
I'm beyond blessed with the many talents God has given me, but it cannot be overstated that all of my success is made possible because a girl I met in band class back in middle school would convert to the faith, become my wife, and embrace one of the most important titles of all, homemaker.
After telling us how talented he is, he attributes his success to the fact that his wife is a homemaker and primary educator of their children.
Oh, hell no, man.
It's fine, I don't care. And I've noticed that a lot of husbands like this don't bring up being a homemaker unless it has to do with them and their own success. It's almost as if what they appreciate most about their wife's hard work is the fact that it's helping them do the actually important hard work. The important man job, career man, work stuff, sport stuff. Important stuff.
Well, I've just gone and had a little observe of his Instagram, and are you noticing anything? And when I say anything, particularly, are you noticing said wife, mother of his children, in a single post?
It's not so much I'm proud of her for what she's accomplishing, it's more I'm proud of her for what she's helping me accomplish. Me, the man who does the man job, sport stuff, work stuff, important stuff. But what she's doing is also work. You two just have different jobs. Except hers is raising future members of society and yours is kicking a ball between two sticks. Sometimes, in Harrison's case.
And Bucker is hooking and hits the post for the lead. No good.
He doesn't stop there though. He goes on to bring up every political qualm he has, such as reproductive rights, IVF, and degenerate cultural values. I wonder what cultural values he's talking about. Probably objectively bad ones. Probably, right? Probably bad ones.
I am certain the reporters at the AP could not have imagined that their attempt to rebuke and embarrass places and people like those here at Benedictine wouldn't be met with anger, but instead met with excitement and pride. Not the deadly sin sort of pride that has an entire month dedicated to it.
And during Pride Month, Mr. Butt? During Pride Month, Mr. Posterior? I'm just kidding, I'm behind, so this actually happened last month in May, which makes it perfectly fine. I kind of get it though. He and a group of very sweaty men do play with balls every day, so he has to take a solid stance. Homophobia is the only option. I'm always saying this. I've always said that about homophobia, and that I've always said that about that stuff, and I always will. The thing is, he doesn't even go into detail about pride or what he finds wrong with it. He just throws it in there to make sure we know he doesn't like it. Just a quick little on the way kind of thing. All right, can I get you any extra sauce? You're gonna burn in hell for all of eternity. You know that? So that's a no on the sauce then? No. Can I get some honey mustard, please? Here you go. Thank you. And fuck you. He also mentions Congress just passed a bill that will put you in jail for bringing up the Bible.
The world around us says that we should keep our beliefs to ourselves whenever they go against the tyranny of diversity, equity, and inclusion. We fear speaking truth because now, unfortunately, truth is in the minority. Congress just passed a bill where stating something as basic as the biblical teaching of who killed Jesus could land you in jail.
Where? Guys, we're in the minority. Guys, they want to put us rich white men in jail. Nobody likes rich white men anymore, guys. What are we gonna do? This entire speech feels like he doesn't know where he was gonna be giving it. It's like someone told him he was preparing for a presidential debate or something. And for my first act as president, I'll be making every man grow a beard like this, like I have.
Hey, you can't tell men what to do with their face. That's ridiculous.
Well, can I at least tell women what to do with their ovaries?
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
My name is Mr. Butt, and I approve this message. People started wondering about the process of inviting Harrison as a speaker and why no one reviewed his speech beforehand. And I was wondering that too until I realized that this speech was being given at Benedictine College, which is a private religious school in Kansas.
You also have to keep in mind this was at a Catholic and conservative college. So a lot of the men were like, yeah.
Not only did it seem to get little to no negative feedback from the crowd, it apparently received a standing ovation.
Some of us did boo. Me and my roommate definitely did. There was a standing ovation from everyone in the room, except from me, my roommate, and about 10 to 15 other women.
I still have no clue why he specifically was asked to speak. He didn't attend this college, he was never a student, and he even admits himself at the beginning of his speech that he's not a professional speaker.
And I felt that one graduation speech was more than enough, especially for someone who isn't a professional speaker.
Which is true, but maybe don't start your speech by letting us know how unqualified you are to be giving it. Doesn't exactly instill confidence. I'm no professional doctor. I'm no professional nurse either, all right? I'm no registered anything. I'm not registered or qualified to do anything, just so you know, just putting that out there. Maybe someone else should do my catheter insertion then? Once clips of the speech got out, people started sharing their thoughts about it on TikTok.
It is a crazy day when a football player that kicks a ball for a living is saying a speech at a college and telling women, you mean nothing? Your life means nothing until you get married and have kids. In front of women that have spent years working hard to achieve this amazing achievement.
32,509 signatures is crazy work. especially within the span of 2 days.
It is honestly beyond comprehension to understand how in 2024 a man could get up on a stage and say that a woman's life is only meant for marriage and having babies. Absolutely insane.
And for the most part, people were in agreement that this wasn't the most encouraging speech you could give to women. The women. But of course, you know what they say, behind every loud-spoken misogynistic man, there is a loud-spoken misogynistic Brett Cooper.
With a college degree and a career and no children yet, I can confidently say that Harrison Butker is right. And there is nothing wrong with a man in tears celebrating his wife and thanking her for the sacrifices that she makes every single day for their family and their children, and the sacrifices that every mother around the world makes for her family.
No one is saying it's wrong for him to thank his wife. He basically told a crowd full of women that they shouldn't be doing what they're currently doing. He claimed they'd been fed lies by choosing to pursue a career. Mr. Posterior's wife is allowed to do whatever she wants, and the female graduates in this room are allowed to do whatever they want without some football guy dude trying to convince them otherwise.
And it's not wrong to acknowledge that millions of women around the world desperately want that. Want to be a homemaker.
Are the millions of women with us in this one room at Benedictine College? We're not talking about women who want to have a family and don't want to go to college. That's a completely different demographic. Not to say that some women at this graduation don't want to have a family. I'm sure plenty of them do. But the fact that the only address to women he makes during this entire graduation ceremony is to brush off their accomplishments and basically say it means nothing in comparison to their wifely duties. Boo. Tomato. Tomato, potato, tomato, potato. I don't know what we expected though. He does have the literal word but in his name. Anything that comes out of him is gonna be shit. For some reason, people like Harrison believe it's women's innate desire to get married, and if they don't, they're denying themselves and are deep down very miserable. Not me though. Deep down, I am nothing. I have no thoughts. I don't actually exist yet, so I'm sorry. Let me just... Hey guys, and welcome back to My name is ChadChad. Not really. And I'm a girl. I know. I'm sorry. That's my bad. And a fact about me is that I don't poop balloons, so stop saying that I do, because I don't. And my favorite color is pink. Babe, what are you... Babe, I'm filming. I know that this has been a rough year for everyone. The doubloon economy is abysmal. Bones has been taking all of my doubloons and giving them to strangers on the internet. You have to stop, Bones. We have nothing to eat for dinner. Bones, we need those. It's almost December, which means that it's the month before the worst month for people with seasonal depression, and also that it's time for a new Girl Facts video. Yay! Seasonal depression, yay! Last time we learned that girls want you to do sweet things like text first, hug them randomly, or take them on a dark, winding road with no escape and tell them that they have the prettiest skin you've ever done seen and that it would look so good in your collection. Just kidding, sorry, you're supposed to hug them from behind randomly, I forgot. But still do the skin thing, I love it. 10 things women notice first. Eyes. Smile. Teeth. So a face, they notice a face first. Not really exclusive to girls, just kind of a social norm. It would be weird to look somewhere else on someone the first time you meet. Hey, it is so great to meet you. Your name was Judith? I'm sorry, you've got just the most beautiful set of kneecaps. They would look great in my collection. Also height, hands, style, scent. You just listed every part of someone that someone can have. It would have been easier to say what girls don't notice at first, like whether or not he washes his hands after using the bathroom, or his massive propensity for gaslighting. Hair, voice, sense of humor. Is this a girl fact or are we drawing a police sketch? Height, like an inch, maybe? Hands, ball-ish, they're little balls. What was his voice like? He sounded like this. Is this him? That's him. That f***er took all my doubloons. Thank you to Intimina for sponsoring today, and let's get back to the video. When a girl ignores you or replies with K, you've hurt her. Girls don't like to text first because they feel annoying. I'm not sure why, but I guess there's just so many girl facts that we have to have 8 of them at the same time on one screen. This is not how you tell us things. Why can't you just do them one by one instead of throwing them all up there? Imagine if a doctor communicated this way. Jingle bells, jingle girl laughs too much, even at stupid things. She's lonely deep down inside. Girls are naturally better at detecting lies than boys. You know that guy that every creator uses with the machine and the beard and the sunny disposition? Kiss him goodbye. Turns out we don't need you. We need a girl. Is it all telepathic or do we still need wires? Is that why our bras have wires? And were you at home the evening of December 7th, 2017? Yes, I was. You're lying. Damn it! If she blocks you on all social media after a breakup, she doesn't hate you. She's trying to move on. You mean to tell me that when she blocked my number and every single one of my social media accounts and filed a restraining order against me that she wasn't trying to get me back? Totally misread that. What do you mean she doesn't hate you? I've never blocked someone and been thinking, I don't want to do this, but it's for the best. I just need time to heal and get over my everlasting love for this person. It's a lot more like, if I ever see this Snapchat story again, I will shit out my lungs and then shred them with a fucking cheese grater. Every girl's weakness is... oh man. But it's gonna be a crazy weakness. It's a long wait. Oh, being kissed on the forehead. This is so stupid. I can think of at least 10 things that are more deadly than forehead kisses. Ricin, mercury, venomous snakes, non-venomous snakes, small snakes, big snakes, medium-sized snakes. Girl facts, they hate how everyone views them as hoes. What? Girls don't like that? Guess I gotta change my Hinge profile. This is confusing because it seems like it's trying to be helpful, but it seems more like an attack. It's very backhanded. Hey, don't call her a hoe.
Yeah.
Her name is Abby. Slutty Abby. Get it right. Stinky, slutty, disgusting, toenail chewing Abby. The reason they take a long time in the shower is because they have a whole routine they do in there. You mean like bathing? It's shampoo. They're not choreographing a cheer routine. Also, is it flooding in the background? Are you dancing in a flood? Every girl cheats, but if she likes you enough, you will never find out. What's really great about girl facts is that they are 100% facts and 0% bias. I'm not really surprised that these facts are based on nothing and have no basis because I feel like this is how we've been taught information about girls since the beginning of time. If girls learn to read, their ovaries will turn into raisins and they can't have babies. Girls can't do math because it makes hair grow from their armpits. Therefore, they can't have babies. If you put a girl underwater and she breathes, she's a witch, but if she drowns, she's a girl and dead. So she can't have babies. Scary facts about women. A woman's heart is 4 times softer than a man's heart. When a woman cries, a small vein in her heart cute. When she goes through a depression, she's lost 72 days of her memory. 72 days? Oh my God, that sucks. RIP to people with depression. Hope you get to feeling better or whatever. Where am I? How do you know how many days you lose? Because say you're depressed for 1 day. That's how depression works. But what happens if you're only depressed for like an hour? Still 72 days? That's not fair. It's like PTO, but somehow worse and with more rules. Hey, I'm gonna need you to come in tomorrow. I can't, remember? What? Yeah, I requested a depression day tomorrow. No, I don't remember. I don't remember either. Most women lost a good man just because they listened to their toxic single friend's advice. This one feels a little targeted. Most women who are 5'6" and have brown hair drive an army green Jeep Patriot with beaded seat covers and tinted windows and have a bumper sticker that says I love wieners, but the picture of the dog has faded from sun damage, so it just says I love wieners, and won't give back their ex his completely platonic balloon collection, are missing out on a great guy. Girls, if you catch a boy staring into your eyes, he's not just staring at you. He is lost and admiring the fact that he has the world in front of him. Follow for more facts. A lot of these girl facts are overlaid over calm, ambient beach footage. What happened to that? Where are we? I feel like we're about to be approached by a 6'3" Sicilian mob boss.
Are you lost, baby girl?
I don't want anyone staring into my eyes on this street. Also, I think we just got shot. Nothing puts me in the mood like a fucking bullet to the chest. Girl fact, if you want to make her fall in love with you, kidnap and keep her against her will for 365 days so she has time to develop Stockholm Syndrome. This method only works if you own a yacht in Italy or a boogie board in Ohio. Girls who reply in a minute They are not girls. They are angels. I feel like if anyone's gonna be a slow texter, it would be an angel. You're saying the ones responsible for keeping 8 billion people safe are also fast texters? Oh God, I'm bleeding out. Not to fear, I am here to help. Thank you, I'm so glad you're here. Whoops, sorry, one sec. Okay. Kyle just sent me a doubloon TikTok. Oh, those are funny. Just replying. I think it hit an artery. And done. Girl code. Sorry, she isn't sorry. I'm sorry, she means it. Good night. Good night. Good night. She is annoyed. Oh, okay. Her heart is shattered. Okay, everything is good. Okay, something is really wrong. I'm fine. Definitely not fine. So if she says she's sorry, she isn't sorry. But if she says she's sorry, she is sorry. Write that down. These two are exactly the same text, but have different meanings. This is like if the dictionary only had one word in it, but every definition was different. Spelling bees would be a nightmare. Your glamorous is glamorous. Can I get the glamorous? A glamorous glamorous. The glamorous is glamorously. Okay. Ladies, you will appear instantly sexier to a man if you expose the skin of your neck in a subtle way. I can't tell if this was written by a vampire or a pilgrim. To attract the opposite sex, expose your neck skin. Then add salt, pepper, oregano, no garlic. If neck skin is arousing, does that mean that scarves are lingerie? Winter is coming, and so will your man when he sees you in our newest line of lingerie. Scarf me up. Get naked this holiday season with up to 50% off. Don't mistletoe these amazing discounts on large scarves, small scarves, medium-sized scarves, venomous scarves, non-venomous scarves. So far, none of these really make sense, but I think the issue is that we aren't actually at the peaceful beaches that are in the background of these. I think we actually have to be present to understand. I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Hey guys, and welcome back to My name is ChadChad. Not really. And today I'm here all alone. It's just me, just by myself. There's no one else here, except for Danny. Say hi, Danny.
Hi, Danny. I was really worried that you were gonna just start recording a video by yourself. And I was just gonna sit here and like watch you.
So like I said, I don't know if the first video of mine that you saw was the Alpha podcast, but you posted a video pretty soon after that for the War Room people where they like fight in wars and summon fire.
That is correct, yes.
So I figured you would probably need a refresher. I found this account for you. They just post inspirational quotes and like rules for alphas like ourselves.
Did you say like ourselves?
Like ourselves, yes.
Oh. Thank you. It's gonna sound silly, it might be hard to believe, but nobody's ever called me an alpha male before.
I'm more of the alpha than you.
Okay.
Here's where my alpha is, and then here's where your alpha level is. That's why we need to watch these. You might get on the same level as me. I doubt it. Thank you to Raycon for sponsoring today, and let's get back to the video. Can a woman help you become a millionaire? Yes, only if you are a billionaire.
I like that this was tweeted on Twitter for iPad.
He was just like on his stomach with his feet swinging behind him.
Can a woman make you money? The answer is no.
Money and girlfriend do not go together. Either you make money or make a girlfriend.
Either you make money or you go outside with a shovel, you dig up some dirt and just kind of sculpt it into a female.
Just like all night, just bent over the bench with the air dry clay and like the Play-Doh toys where you squeeze it through the top. Just like the hair comes through the holes. Ah, she's beautiful. Listen close, baby girl. I may look like a gentleman, but you don't want to see the beast that lives inside me. I like to think that they have shoot days for these, like dedicated shoot days, and they bring multiple outfit changes, situate their glasses.
Listen close, baby girl. I may look like a gentleman, but you don't want to see the beast that lives inside me.
A well-dressed man is always better than a shirtless man. And then there's a man becoming shirtless in the background.
And that's why I don't take off my shirt during sex.
I don't take off my clothes when I shower. Wear my my jorts, and my jandals.
And my jen glasses. Why is he standing like that? His posture is like...
This is filmed on the iPad. It's gotta like.
That's right.
The iPad is like falling, so he's like falling with it. So this is the guy that you don't be like this guy. This is the bad alpha.
Bad alpha.
No iPad for a week.
Back in your cave.
I failed to maintain a relationship because I don't know the art of lying.
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 I think he should have just tweeted the first line of this tweet. I failed to maintain a relationship.
Hey guys, just failed to maintain another relationship. Hey, what's up? My standards. Bye. I was hoping that he was gonna speed up at the end, because that would make more sense.
My standards. Bye.
What? How did you get so fast? You must have bought a lot of crypto. You can flirt with my women. If she flirt back, she is now yours.
Just letting you know, you can take my girlfriend away from me in the blink of an eye.
If she even speaks a single word to you, take her. That is how ownership works, because you know, women are, you can own them.
Mm-hmm. She spent my entire jean outfit budget on other things.
She spent all my Johnny on McDonald's. Girl, you are like a coin. Aw, valuable? Nope. Two-Face.
The only time you're allowed to speak to your girlfriend is if you're gonna use some weird, like, pun joke to demean her.
I'm gonna need you to film B-roll for all of these.
Yeah, do you want me to do this one right now?
Do you have a briefcase? Girl, you are like a coin. Aw, valuable? Nope. Two-Face. Oh, you wanna divorce me? Okay. Your house will stop being paid of. Your car will get repoed, and your credit cards will start getting declined.
And so your only option at this point is to develop Stockholm Syndrome.
Oh, you want to divorce me? That's not an option, babe.
Because you're gonna die.
He like needs to make a mold of you before you're legally allowed to leave so he can recreate you.
Yeah, wait, at least give me time to make another girlfriend.
Let me scan you with my iPad. Oh, so you want the nice guy now because he became successful? Sorry, honey, but you rejected him a long time ago.
Are we meant to believe that the person tweeting this considers himself a nice guy?
We are, yeah. I don't think that it's very alpha to refer to yourself as a nice guy. So I think that this might be an imposter. We should be wary.
Who stole the alpha male's iPad?
Emergency meeting. Who the fuck stole my iPad? Give it back. Going to a for love is like going to a library for workout. Why does he speed off in the background? Like, watch how he speeds off.
I gotta go. I gotta take a shit.
And I'm leaving.
What are all these videos of guys just like looking into the camera and like buttoning one button of a tuxedo jacket? Nothing says like, I don't care about other people's validation quite like posting videos like this on social media. Do you guys like this outfit? Do you like this jert? My Joe tie?
My Jotch.
Jotch?
Watch. Jean watch.
I was thinking Jean crotch.
My genus.
My genitalia.
My genitalia.
Oh, this dude's got a Jean dick.
Am I in a relationship? Nope. I'm single as a dollar and not looking for change. Whoa. Oh my God. Okay, do that one.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, do that one. Make sure you get the push-up where all of their limbs stop touching the ground at the same time.
I'll do that. So go ahead and read what you were reading.
Am I in a relationship? Nope. I'm single as a dollar and not looking for change.
I put my whole juicy in that one. I think I'm actually a little bit more alpha than when we started.
That leveled you up at least 3 alpha levels. So go ahead and pat yourself on the jack. We should love, not fall in love. Because everything that falls get broken. Kind of like how you broke all of your ribs.
What do you mean? I'm fine.
The second half of this video is just me calling you an ambulance.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put you edited into an ambulance in the thumbnail.
Take like a screen grab of me like in midair doing that.
In midair. You're straight up and your legs are perpendicular. Anyone can dress like a boy, but it takes balls to dress like man. I've never worn a suit, but that's just because I don't have any balls.
Last time I put on a suit, it was one of the hardest experiences of my life. I was cowering in the corner for hours before I had to put it on. We missed the wedding we were going to.
Was it your wedding?
Yeah, it was my wedding, and I was shitting and pissing.
Oh, God.
But at least I had the balls to do it.
In my mind, that doesn't make you any less of an alpha. I think that you still deserve your level, which is still lower than me.
Yeah, try not to bring that up every time, but...
We live in a society where people ignore each other to get others' attention. Most of these make sense, you know, like if your girl talks to somebody else, she legally belongs to them. This one, I'm not really getting what the message is.
So this is alpha male trying to come up with some reason why not every girl wants to talk to him.
She acts like she doesn't like me because she likes me too much. She told me not to come to her house.
We live in a society where people tell other people, I don't know you, stay the fuck away from me.
I'm calling the police.
Why did you kill my dog?
Sometimes even the devil on my shoulder asks, what the f are you doing? Where the f are we?
Yeah. Why are you wearing that makeup? What the hell is going on?
Did we just kill some people? Like, oh my God.
Women always says, the divorce was not my fault.
Are you specifically talking about the women that have divorced you? Because in that case, I think I'd agree with that.
He's been divorced 18 times.
Yeah.
They always say, all these women, they're like, oh, it wasn't my fault. And all I did was work 24/7 and I never talked to them.
How could it be my fault? I've never spoken to her.
The most dangerous creation of any society is the man who has nothing to lose. I don't know, this is starting to sound less fun to me, being an alpha. I don't know if I want to reach peak.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel honestly threatened. There was like the one about like, you do not want to know the beast inside me and be careful when I get quiet. And now he's like, hey, just, you know, I'm the most dangerous person in existence.
What wisdom would we instill to the public as far as reaching our level of alpha?
All right, picture this. All right, we fade in on a black and white video of a man in a tuxedo. He looks absolutely jacked. He's spinning around. Over the video is text that says, I pooped, I farted, I'm so scared, I'm gonna kill somebody.
If you're here, you definitely know who Danny is, which is Jort's channel.
If you want to go ahead and send me money, that would be cool too.
I'll put Danny's Cash App somewhere on the screen. So send Danny money for the ambulance so that he can fix his arms. And in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here. And I'll see you next time.
Bye.
Hey guys, today we're going to talk about being ugly. And now that you're here, we can get started. A twinge of cringe. My name is ChadChad.
Not really. I don't know how you keep falling for that. It's not ChadChad. It's never been ChadChad.
And the most important thing in life is being pretty. Not friends, not family, not getting to enjoy life without having to constantly consider what you look like from an outside perspective and your first thought when you hear a joke being, am I gonna look good while I laugh at this? Instead of just, hey, that was funny. I'm gonna laugh at this. Is that how people think? I don't even know anymore. I want to blame a lot of this on TikTok, but every social media platform is to blame. All you have to do is look at 2016 beauty trends and see the full glam beats people were putting on to go watch Suicide Squad. And that doesn't exclude me. I'm going to be very vulnerable right now and show you how I was doing my eyebrows in 2016. This is me opening up to you. This is bringing us closer. Do you feel close to me? Are you close? So it's not like TikTok invented this. Beauty standards have literally always existed. It's just the way it's enabled us to see everyone's opinion on beauty every second of every day. It's like a constant bombarding of expectations from hundreds of thousands of people, which makes the standard for being pretty not only more unattainable, but also more expected. Being attractive is like an internet admission fee, one that I can't pay, according to this guy that I recently made a video about.
I will be always ignoring you and ladies like you because you fucking ugly bitch. For real.
She hates me, but she wants me.
And this is heartbreaking. I am distraught. I can't eat. I can't sleep. I can't poop. All I do is cry and pine for my one true love, my cupcake, my boo cake, my sweet little, tiny little urinal cake. And I want, nay, I need to win him over. And that means I'm gonna need to glow up. Thankfully, there's a TikTok creator by the name of the Glow Ups Gal who can help me out with that. Because of TikTok's crazy beauty standards, we end up with most of us not feeling comfortable in our own skin. And that means that sometimes we want to change something about ourselves. And that's perfectly okay. We all have insecurities, not me. That's a skill issue. But it also means that people will post TikToks asking the internet what they can do to look better. Perfect place to do that. Nothing could go wrong. Everyone here is so nice and kind. And this is where the Glow Ups Gal steps up to the plate. Basically, she'll find these types of videos with people asking for advice, whether they've asked how to look better or if they've asked for brutal honesty about what's wrong with them. And then she'll give it to them.
I got you, girl. Since you asked for brutal honesty, I'm gonna give you an honest makeover to help you instantly glow up. First, I'm removing your glasses.
I got you, girl. Since you asked for brutal honesty, I have to say your face is honestly brutal. Most of her videos are 1 minute to 2 minutes long, but they could probably all be summed up with just, hey, put some makeup on.
I got you, girl. Since you asked for brutal honesty, I'm gonna go in with concealer and a skin tint to cover your acne and even out your skin tone. I also use bronzer to contour your face into looking more defined. Here's the end result. Look at that difference.
She doesn't go into what products to use or how to apply unsaid products. I would say the instructions aren't very specific, but they don't exist, really.
I'm going in with some contour and highlighter on your nose to make it appear smaller.
It's even more unhelpful that she isn't actually doing any of the things that she's recommending these people do. Like, she'll say she's applying contour to the forehead. No, you're not. This is Facetune. You're just swiping your finger on a screen of pixels. Okay, and now I'm just gonna fill in my eyebrows. And done. Comparing the results of Facetune to what your makeup should look like in real life is so unreasonable. Oh, when you apply your concealer, it shows the lines in your skin that everybody has. But when I did it on a screen with an airbrush tool, it looked nothing like that. Maybe it's a skill issue? Maybe you're just too ugly? Maybe you're just way beyond help. It even goes beyond this because I've noticed a lot of these glow up videos will change the person's entire face structure. Like in this one, as she swipes over, you can see it completely shaves off the edge of her face.
Look at that difference. Look at that difference. Look at that difference. Look at that difference.
Here is a simple and achievable trick to glow up that I like to call not having this face. I don't like that one. Get rid of it. She also starts this one by saying that these are tips to instantly glow up, and then her first suggestion is that they grow out their hair.
I'm gonna give you an honest makeover to help you instantly glow up. Starting off with your hair, I'd suggest growing it out.
Your hair isn't doing much for you, so I'd suggest growing it out as much as possible. Starting with your hair, I'd suggest growing it out.
I'd suggest growing it out.
So one of the most not instant things you can do. Hey, grow your hair out.
I will.
Now, do it now.
I'm trying.
Instantly grow out your hair this instant. ASAP. Pronto. Squeeze it out of there. Get it out. Stat.
Oh my god, I can't believe that worked.
Other videos, she will completely change where people's facial features are. For example, this glow up involves relocating someone's eyeball.
Since you asked for brutal honesty, I'm going to tell you exactly what you can do to be prettier. Starting off, your hair isn't doing much for you, so I'd suggest growing it out as much as possible. Now, I'm adding mascara to really make your eyes pop and give you a big boost in femininity, as well as adding some highlighter to your inner corners.
She'll say she's just adding mascara, but as she's using the app, it's literally changing the whole shape of someone's eye.
Look at that difference.
It is different. A different person. You made them on your phone and they're not real. They look like a character from episode now. And now for the reveal. Look at that difference. A lot of her standards for what counts as pretty are pretty questionable. That's a good one. One of her most frequent recommendations is that they make their hair blonde and straight.
To start off, I'm giving you a few highlights to lighten your hair. I'm also just styling it by straightening for a cleaner look.
Giving you this bright, white, foxy blonde color.
Starting off with your hair, I think a bright blonde would look way better on you.
This person, for example, has gorgeous curly hair, and the first thing Glow Up Gal says is,
starting off, your hair isn't doing much for you. I'd suggest growing it out and dyeing it a more suiting color.
Starting out, have you tried having white people hair? Have you tried Eurocentric beauty standards? I've heard a lot about them. People seem to be talking about them a lot. They seem to be pretty popular right now. You should try it. She doesn't seem to approve of any dyed hair colors, no greens, no blues, no reds, and objectively, I think that's pretty messed up. From an outside perspective with no personal skin in the game, I think that's very not cool. If she does come across someone with more of an alternative style, she'll transform them to not. to not have that.
Starting off with your hair, I'm ignoring personal style and getting rid of your bangs. Here's the end result. Look at that difference.
To start, I'm ignoring the style that you clearly prefer and feel most comfortable in order to enforce my own narrow idea of what beauty should look like onto you. Her standards are eerily similar to my grandmother's. No hair dye, no tattoos, no short hair. Also, I think Trump is Jesus. I'm just saying, I've never seen him in the same room before. Another one of her standards is that prettier equals smaller. Face? Smaller. Nose? Smaller. Self-esteem? Smaller. A lot of her tips and tricks are done for the sole purpose of making things appear small. She contours the forehead to make it look smaller. She contours the nose to make it look small. She suggests growing out your hair to make your face smaller.
I'm also using some contour on your cheeks and jaw to lift your face and make it look smaller. I'm using some contour on your nose to make it appear smaller.
Going in with some bronzer to add some warmth to your face and contour it to look smaller.
As well as some bronzer to contour your face into looking slimmer.
Because your face should be tiny. The closer your face is to not existing, the better. I want to have to use a microscope to see your beauty. And the winner of 2024 Miss America is ChadChad. There she is. She is absolutely glowing. I can't see her. Exactly, John. And that is why we love her. No, she's not there. Right you are, John. How does she do it? Sometimes it seems like her main goal is to make everybody look like the same person. Any ounce of individualism just gets sucked away immediately. Man, sure wish my name was individualism the way it's getting sucked out immediately around here. Sure wish my name was individualism. I've never seen Glow Up Gal do a video for a guy, and that might be because the only advice she has to offer is wear makeup, grow your hair longer, and don't have acne. So these are all pretty groundbreaking concepts in the world of beauty. You might be thinking she never does videos for guys because it's only girls requesting them, but apparently that doesn't matter because a lot of the girls didn't request them either. She actually just grabs whatever video she wants, I guess, and puts text over the original to make it appear like they've asked her to do this.
I got you, girl. For your hair, I don't think this color or style is doing much for you. It looks like you have some kind of deep acne scarring, so if you'd like a more permanent fix to this, I'd look into dermabrasion or getting a chemical peel from a dermatologist.
This is the original video. There's no caption. There's no request anywhere for Glow Up Gal to give this person a glow up. The creator of the original even made this post reiterating that they did not ask for this to happen. And once people realized that this user didn't actually request a glow up, they started to notice this being a pattern for Glow Up Gal. 2 of her biggest, most viewed videos are glow ups given to people that did not ask for them. I found the originals for both of them thanks to the comments, and you can see them here, and that she just added her own text over it. How can I glow up? Be brutally honest.
I got you, girl. Since you asked for brutal honesty.
Did she though? Did she ask for that? Did she really? Sometimes, like in this video, she'll say things like,
I'd suggest using tretinoin or going on Accutane. So I'd suggest going on Accutane.
First of all, no one asked. Literally, this person did not ask. And second of all, she says this like it's not something someone with acne is already gonna be aware of. It's so expensive and complicated to get a prescription for Accutane, and there are so many hoops you have to jump through to get it and continue taking it, plus all the side effects that people may not want to deal with. So I promise someone with acne is aware of the existence of Accutane. And yeah, I've had acne for most of my life. It affects me on a daily basis, so I've pretty much tried everything. Have you tried drinking more water? Yeah, it's like the first thing I tried. I recommend drinking more water. Thank you, this was helpful. Also, try putting on some fucking makeup. In this video, which is also someone who did not ask for advice or brutal honesty, this is Glow Up Gal's first tip.
To start off, I'd suggest getting your braces off.
Hey, that thing you're doing to straighten your teeth and improve your appearance? Stop doing that. This is especially funny to me because in this glow up video, she actually advises this person get braces.
Starting off, I'd suggest getting braces to help straighten out your teeth, as well as whitening them to appear cleaner. You can do this in a dental office or at home with whitening strips.
So you should have braces. You just shouldn't let anyone see them. Go get braces! But don't you dare show your face around here till they're gone. Obviously, their plan is to remove the braces. That's the plan of every person who gets braces. This was so unnecessary. This was like when someone tells you to do something that you're already in the middle of doing, which pisses me off. So I would keep the braces on forever out of spite. My teeth would be straighter than 3-in-1 body wash. And I just want to add a reminder that this person did not ask to have their appearance critiqued. They did not ask for someone on the internet to be brutally honest about their face. And speaking of which, the Glow Up gal has never shown hers. She only uses voiceovers, and as far as I can tell, this is her only account. It's just so ironic that a faceless creator is posting these videos telling other other people that they're not attractive enough? How do we know you're qualified? How do we know you don't have braces? How do we make sure your face is the size of a protozoa? Unfortunately, a big portion of the videos Glow Up Scal posts are of young girls. Some are probably in their teens, some might be even younger. And just imagine being that age, scrolling on TikTok, and then finding out an account saw you and decided that you needed a complete Photoshop makeover to look better. Ahem. How would that be beneficial to anyone, let alone someone whose face isn't even gonna look the same in a few years? Your face isn't done cooking yet. Even the question, how can I look better, is already an impossible one. What looks better to me isn't the same as what looks better to you, and what looks better to Glow Up Scal is really fucking weird. Just because her idea of beauty is looking more feminine and smoother and smaller, teeny tiny even, doesn't mean that's what people want to look like or should look like. Beauty is different for everyone. Beauty is like a belly button. They're all unique and different, but I still want to stick my finger in every single one of them. Is that a weird thing to say? Consensually. And as long as you're over the age of like 25. Despite all of this, Glow Up Scal considers herself enough of an expert in beauty to offer private, virtual makeovers for money. Her bio has a link to a website where you can purchase a makeover for $20 that will help you unlock your full potential of being the prettiest, sexiest amoeba you can be. Ooh, you're so cute, you're so pretty. What a pretty little amoeba. I bought the advanced style for $25, on sale for $15, and pretty much right after I bought it, they were sold out, so I was very lucky I got one in time. I submitted my picture like the instructions told me, and I messaged her asking for help, but then I got an email telling me that it could be up to 4 weeks before I got my makeover back. Update, I sent this on March 4th and it is currently 1:14 a.m. on March 23rd and I still haven't gotten anything back. I don't know how to fix my forehead. Please help me. What am I supposed to do? I don't have 4 weeks. Dimitri won't wait that long. I have to do something now. Right now. Like right now. Now we're gonna go to the next, just go to the next thing. Why are you still here? Is this because people were complaining that your videos aren't long enough and you're trying to make them longer? That is so annoying. Go to the next. Okay, so this is what we're working with. Clearly I have pores and that's not cool or okay at all. So we're just gonna go ahead and get rid of those. Now we're just applying concealer to my under eyes. If this isn't what your concealer looks like when you're applying concealer, then you're a failure as a human being and you should just give up on everything. And now I'm just adding mascara and a little bit of eyeliner in my waterline and in my eye as well. And it's looking great so far. So now we're just applying contour to the forehead to make it appear smaller. Hopefully, we pray to God. Now we're just applying a little bit of blush, just a little bit, just a pinch, a touch of blush. Oh, I almost forgot to contour my nose. We need to contour the nose also to make it a little bit, We need to make it little. We need to make it small. Oh my God. As you can see, the transformation look at that difference. This is already so much better. I was trying to put a PNG on Snapchat, but it wouldn't work. So this is just me trying to, yeah, that looks really good. Look at that difference. Actually, you know what? Now that I'm looking at it, this is still looking a little too big. Everything's a little too big. Let's just get in there with the reshape tool and correct that. This is already looking way better. Now we're talking. That is the ideal face size and shape, guys. The hair is still, I'm still trying to use the PNG. Now we're just gonna go ahead and make my hair good, which means blonde. This is how it's looking. And now for the final reveal. Wow, look at that difference. Guys, this is amazing. I am finally Dimitri's type. He will finally be attracted to me. We can finally get married. You guys are all invited to the wedding. Thank you so much for being here. Hugs and kisses. I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing. And if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here. And I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.